Welcome to yet another Python programming video from your GK Buddy. In this video, we are going to provide a solution to one of the examination questions for Computer Science Class 11 of CBSE. The question is, write a program to accept a string from the user and display the following: number of words in the string, number of uppercase characters, lowercase characters, digits, and special characters, and percentage of characters that are alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means the character could be an alphabet or numeric. The example input is Python 3.7 is an object-oriented programming language used in 2019. So the output that is required is number of words. Number of words is anything which has a space in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can see 11 words. It's correct. Number of uppercase characters, we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's at 5. Lowercase characters, if we count, we should get 44. Number of digits, we have 4 digits here, 2 digits here, so it's 6 digits. Number of special characters. One thing which we must remember is that the special characters include the spaces between the words and the character like the dot. So in this case, if we count, the special characters are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's correct. The percentage of characters that are alphanumeric. Alphanumeric is, we have 44 small letters, 5 uppercase letters, and 6 digits. All these 55 characters will form part of the alphanumeric. Only the special characters are left out. So let's see how we can create a Python program to get a solution for this problem. Before starting off the program, let's see which all methods we are going to use in this program. We are going to use Python string methods. If you're not familiar with what methods are similar to functions, but the difference between a function and a method is that methods are specific, which apply only under certain conditions, whereas functions are more generic. So in this case, the string methods will give a result only if applied on strings. It will not give a result if we apply them on numbers, because these are specific to strings. For instance, split is one of the methods that we are going to use to find the number of words. The split method splits the string at the specified separator, which is normally a space, and returns a list. So if I supply this sentence, let's say, the split function will split it into words at the space. So it will split it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words and create a list out of it. Is al num. So it is like asking a question, is this string alphanumeric? It returns true if all characters in the string are alphanumeric. Let's take the string Python. We know that all the characters here are alphabets. So it is part of alphanumeric. So if we say Python dot is all num, this method returns true as the answer. Now, is upper returns true if all characters in the string are uppercase. Is lower returns true if all characters in the string are lowercase. Is digit returns true if all the characters in the string are digits. So we are going to use these methods in our program. So how do we use these methods? The methods shown above can be invoked as variable name dot method. So if str is the variable name which stores our string, that variable name dot the method is the way to invoke this method. So let's go to our Python program. What you're seeing here is IDLE Python editor, and we are using 3.7.5 version of Python. So the first thing that we have to use is receive input from the user and store it in a variable. We are using a variable named str, and the input function displays whatever is within the parenthesis on the screen. So in this case, it will display please enter a sentence and wait for the input from the user. Once the user inputs the sentence, it will store it in the variable str. As per the question, we have to count the number of words, uppercase letters, lowercase letters, digits. So we have to have counters for all that. So here we initialize for counting the words. Let's say W count. AN is alphanumeric count. U count is for counting the uppercase letters. L count is for counting the lowercase letters. G count is for counting the digits. S count is for counting the special characters. And all of them together we can initialize to 0. The first thing that we are going to do is count the number of words. For counting the number of words, we are going to use a method and a function. The method that we are going to use is str.split. As we've seen earlier, str.split splits the string into words and places them within a list. The len function returns the number of elements in this list. And the result of len, which will be a number, will be stored in W count. Thus we get the number of words. Now, we have to check whether each character is alphanumeric, uppercase, lowercase, digit, or special characters. For that, we are going to use a for loop. So let's look at the statement. For I in range len str. Len is the length function which gives the number of characters in the string. So stri in this case will be the first element. Dot is al num. Is al num checks whether the first character is an alphabet or number and returns true or false. So if the first character is an alphabet or a number, true will be returned, and if the answer is true, the counter an count will be incremented by 1. So an count plus equals 1 is we will be adding 1 to an count. So this statement is checked invariably for every character of the string. Now we come to the if-else loop. We do not include this if statement in this if-else block because if the character happens to be an alphabet or a number, the answer for is al num method will be true and it will not check any other statements, and the control will shift to the print statement. But we have to check whether the character is upper or lower or digit. Therefore, we cannot include this statement within the if-else block. Now we come to the block of if-else statements. Now the control passes from here to here. Is upper checks if it is an uppercase alphabet, and if it is an uppercase alphabet, we add 1 to U count. The control goes back to the for statement here. And if it's not an uppercase alphabet, the control comes to the third statement. It checks whether the character is a lowercase alphabet. If it is a lowercase alphabet, 1 will be added to L count and the control will move to the for statement. If it is not a lowercase alphabet, the control moves to the next statement to see if it is a digit. And if it is a digit, 1 will be added to the variable d count and the control will go back to the for statement. And if it is not a digit also, the L statement will be checked and 1 will be added to the variable s count. And the control goes back to the for loop. This loop gets executed till the last character in the string is processed. Once the last character is processed, the control comes out of the loop and the print statements are executed. Let's look at the print statement. The first thing that we are going to print is number of words is equal to W count. So the value stored in W count will be printed. Then we start the next statement with a new line character. So it will be printed as the next line. Number of uppercase alphabets is equal to U count. Number of lowercase alphabets, again, it's printed in the next line. This is the new line character. Then the number of lowercase alphabets is equal to the L count. The value stored in the L count is printed. And similarly for G count and S count. Now the next print we are going to give is percentage of alphanumeric characters. So we did the AN count here to get the alphanumeric characters. Otherwise we'll have to add U count, L count, G count. So in order to find the percentage of alphanumeric characters, we have to divide the total number of alphanumeric characters by the total number of characters, multiply that by 100, rounding off to no decimal places and put a percentage sign. The round function rounds off the result without any decimal places Let's see how this program works. So let's click on Run Module. There's a prompt, please enter a sentence. So let me paste a sentence here. Press the Enter button. So we get the result, number of words equals 10. You can see that the number of words is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And uppercase alphabets is 3. You have 1, 2, and 3. We have 37 lowercase alphabets. Number of digits is 16 because this is 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8. This is again 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. So that's correct. Number of special characters would be 16. And the percentage of alphanumeric characters is 78%. So we can see that our program works fine. Hope you found this video useful. We at Your GK Buddy value your feedback a lot. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to comment. And in case you have any special requests, please make your requests in your comments. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you again with another Python programming video. Have a great weekend.